Hello, good evening. How are you doing today? My name is Ryan Williams here, and I've just literally stopped watching the game because we are through to the semi-finals. 1 foot from the final. Arsenal. Oh, hold on. Where's my respect? Napoli 0. Arsenal 1. And what I've got to say has been one of the better performances away from home I've seen in a while. It's been a while. I mean, the Watford game, it was rubbish, but we did what we had to do. But today, we did what we had to do, and against a better team than Watford, with all due respect to Watford, Napoli, Dres Mertens, Insigne, Koulibaly, Zelensky, we did all right. We did well. We did better than all right. We did excellent. I have to say, defensively, we did well. I mean, I could probably name one or two people. Actually, probably just one. I could probably name two people for me that was a bit off, but we'll get into that. Talk about that. Lacazette free kick. I mean, that was a killer. I mean, nobody saw that. To be honest, even before then, I didn't want to take the free kick because I'm not going to lie, it was frustrating me a little bit. I mean, the man didn't play against Watford, which obviously was a tactical decision, and it definitely worked out. I mean, what a free kick. He went the other side. You don't expect that. You don't really see that too often, but Lacazette has 2 free kicks this season. I'm very, very, very happy with that. I was a little bit upset with him coming off, getting dragged off in the 60th minute. It was a bit Wenger-esque. But again, bringing on Wobie, I felt, we needed more pace up the pitch. Aaron Ramsey, unfortunately, pulled up earlier in the game. I think it was within the first half an hour. A little bit out of a hamstring. I mean, he's been doing amazing work for us this season. And it's such a gutter, if that's even a word, to see him come off and pull up on a hamstring. And he's just been our informed player this season. I mean, I hope this isn't the end of Aaron Ramsey in the Arsenal shirt tonight. I want him to finish off the rest of the season. But a hamstring, I hope it's nothing too serious. Fingers crossed for Rambo. But again, I need to go back to the performance. Koscielny, for me, man of the match. He looked like the captain we've been needing out of him for however long. I mean, it was solid certain times. But every time he got on top of the defender, he pretty much had the defender 8 out of 10 times. I mean, he was perfect. And that's an 8 out of 10. But that doesn't really happen for Koscielny a lot. But consistently, he's improving. And look how old he is. And a lot of us have written him off this season. Him coming back after that unfortunate Achilles injury, which should keep you up for such a long time. Unfortunately for him, he was rushed back. And, he didn't get off too well on course the Southampton game when we lost 3-2 in our unbeaten run. And, slowly but surely he started to get better. And for me, I think it was the Chelsea game at home where he looked like a different player. And I thought to myself, hold on, is this Koscielny? Nah. I said, one good game. I thought, this is wicked. This is a little glimpse of the old Koscielny. And back then, we thought, all right, give him time. He was decent back then. He had pace, a little bit of strength. Obviously, he had Mertesacker beside him to help him, to guide him through the game. And I felt today, he did that well. Him and Socrates, both of them did well. Not so much for Noche Maria. I've been critical of him the last few games, and you could really tell he's really playing his age. And I love Nacho, man. For me, he was up there player of the season last season. He's been amazing, But his age, I mean, it's definitely catching up to him, man. If it's just me, then it's just me. But, you know, he did all right. But he nearly scored an own goal, and I thought to myself, is this Rennes all over again? Don't get yourself caught up in them situations. AinsleyMaitland-Niles, another man of the match performance from him. Boy, does he want this right back position? You have to ask yourself this, because again, he's putting out another great performance, much better than Everton. I will say that. The first leg he was immense. This he was perfect. All of the back line again, like I said, Monreal. But regardless of that, that was an excellent defensive performance from Arsenal. Midfield, I mean, look, non-existent at times. Don't get me wrong. Terrell was putting in a shift as he always does. Xhaka was doing all right, and then once we lost Xhaka, the game slowly started to tip a bit. But when it started to get gritty and we started to slow down a little bit, and Napoli were losing their heads, they were getting frustrated. I mean, a long shot from Milik from it was 28 yards, and it was just useless. Mertens had to come on in the second half. Insigne had got dragged off within an hour on the game. He was not happy. I tell you, he was not happy when he come off. And Ancelotti, he was sitting down within 75 minutes. I think he just knew the game was done. Koulibaly was upset. A lot of people were missing their chances today. And I was worried as hell. Because again, when I watched that leg against Liverpool, not even a leg, sorry, that group stage match against Liverpool in the Champions League, and look where Liverpool are, chasing the Premier League and the Champions League, and they were putting them under serious pressure. Liverpool lost out there 1-0, and I saw Mertens and Insigne flying all over the gaff, and I thought to myself, fuck me, if we ever played them. Funny enough, we did, but luckily for us, they weren't doing that shit today. I mean, we were catching them offside like it's nothing. Unai Emery definitely sorted that defence out. Obviously not for the rest of the season, but for this game, tactically, he got it spot on. So, guys, where do we go from here? I mean, look, unfortunately, Tottenham are in their semi-final. Look, it is what it is, and City didn't knock them out. Whatever, that's Spurs. They're doing their thing. Forget it. I'm not even worried about that no more. Man United's out of the Champions League. City's out of the Champions League. Liverpool left. They drew Barcelona. Tottenham drew Ajax. And once I check the fixtures, I'm pretty sure we'll be playing Valencia, which looks like a Unai Emery homecoming. And I'm not sure on the Chelsea result, but who gives a fuck about them? So let's get into the player ratings for this video. Let's start off with Petr Cech. Petr Cech didn't really... I mean, he did have some critical saves. I mean, even one against our own player. Again, like I said, alright, let's just get on with it. I'm not even going to rant again about Monreal, whatever. But for me, he didn't really have that much to do. I mean, he made a couple saves. I'm disagreeing with the referee. I don't know how the fuck he got a yellow for that. How he's time wasting. I mean, the guy's just sitting up to take the free kick. How do you expect my man to just get the ball up when you just told him it's a goal kick and then you just book him? Like, what the fuck? But whatever. Other than that, pretty decent performance from Cech. I'm gonna give him an 8. Pretty decent performance. No problems. Whatsoever. Let's go into the back three. I'm going to start off with Socrates, who's down playing on the right. For me, again, excellent performance from him. Made crucial tackles when needed to. He wasn't sloppy today, and A lot less of the erratic challenges today. He managed to stay on his feet. I remember watching the press conference earlier with Unai Emery, and they were even asking him questions, which I thought they were really kind of getting at him in a sense of what would Arsenal need to do to have a good defensive performance, you know, like lot less challenges and stuff like that, because we know Napoli could do some serious damage on either free kicks and stuff like that. But today was solid. So for me, he gets a 9, man. He was spot on today, spot on. I'm gonna go right ahead and just say this guy is my man of the match for today. Laurent Koscielny absolutely gets a 10. Perfect. This is what we've been needing from Laurent Koscielny for so long, and now he has an actual decent partner alongside him. Apart from Mertesacker, you know, bar none, I love Mertesacker. But look, since then, you know, it hasn't been good enough. We had Gabriel, Mustafi, who's still there. I mean, it hasn't been good enough. But with Socrates by his side, he's got Nacho there too, who knows him very well. And I just think the road to recovery for Koscielny, I've got to say, it's probably complete now. Because, again, another great performance. He's been performing better every game he's coming on. And this is slowly getting into consistency. And I know our defence has been shambles and we do need a new back line. But Koscielny is proven week in, week out, he's not finished. So he gets a 10. I don't even want to... You can blow up anything in the comment section or dislike this video of me giving Koscielny a 10. Because it's the truth. If you watch the game for 90 minutes, tell me one reason... Give me 5 reasons, in fact, why Koscielny shouldn't be man of the match. Case in point. Monreal, like I said, a little bit sloppy. I mean, it did okay. I've got to give him like I said, there's been a few parts for me, like the Lily long goal was just a little bit sloppy today. But like I said, defensive performance, they did well, so probably the weak point in the defense. So I'm going to give him a 7. I know I took low on that, but I can't give him an 8. I'm sorry, I can't. Yes, I can. I'll give him an 8. What am I moaning about? I'm in a good mood, you know. 1 foot in the door. And he wasn't completely stopped. He was just a couple times, you know, just got run out of play. But again, this is his age is catching up with him. I mean, jeez, it's crazy. We definitely need a new left back and a new centre back for sure. But we'll give him an 8. So dropping into the midfield, let's start off with the wing backs. AinsleyMaitland-Niles, 9. This guy, he's just getting better as it comes. I know Everton, it wasn't good enough. I don't think he played against Watford. My memory is a bit jittery. I don't think he played against Watford. I think Mustafi played right back for that game. But regardless of that, no, he did play that game. Sorry, Socrates was suspended. Yes, that's it. So, with that going forward, I mean, regardless of that, or when he last played, he's just been amazing, man. Today, again, just like the second leg, with that important tackle, he made another important tackle. Near the end there, it did get moved to a little bit, but, I mean, the game was pretty much done there. I mean, anything that Napoli would have tried at that point in the game would have been pointless because they needed to score 4. We were already 1-0 up. Do you know what I mean? And even that chance, they didn't even take it too well. It just clicked in the inside of their own player's foot and rolled out for a goal kick. So, good performance. He got up high up the pitch. He was pressing well. Tried to give service to Aubameyang and Lacazette when he was on the pitch. And, yeah, he did well. He gets a 9. Kolasinac gets an 8 for me. I think he did well. In the first half, I felt he could have tried to whip in the ball a bit more. He was taking too many touches, just overdriving it. It was one time he could have literally put on a plate for Abba, but again, just too forward. He just needs to slow down sometimes. You know what I mean? So he gets an 8. because he bullied a lot of defenders today, and we got lucky. There was a couple times I felt right. He could have given a penalty and stuff like that. So he needs to be careful, man. But he gets an 8. Going into the centre of the park, we're going to start with Granit Xhaka. I'll give Xhaka an 8 for this time he's been on. I thought he had a very good performance. It shows we've actually missed him. I've said it. I'll own up to it. To all the Xhaka fans out there. It shows that he was clearly missed. And, you know, I'm sure he was taken off due to the fact that, you know, he played his full 90 against Watford, and that was his first game back, so we didn't want to get overused too tough. You know, I got to keep him fit. So he gets an 8. I don't know what more can I say for that. Xhaka did well. Torreira gets an 8 too. I mean, another doggy performance from him. He got in their faces. He was tackling well. He was tracking back as always, and what can I say? An 8 for Torreira. Aaron Ramsey, I mean, for the time he's been on, I give him a 7. I know it's not really fair, but you know, he didn't really have a lot of time. He was only off for half an hour, and he obviously pulled up. But you know, he was bullying defenders off. He was getting in, cutting in through the channel. So you know, for a little bit more time, maybe he would have got an 8 or a 9. But unfortunately, he had to come up with a hamstring. So I'm going to have to unfortunately give him a 7. The attacking 2, Aubameyang and Lacazette. We'll start off with Oba, who I thought, again, it's not enough for me, man. Not enough for me, man. But I'm not saying he didn't do well. He could have tried harder. Sometimes I just felt he was a little bit too casual and like just dipping into that form where it's just looking lazy. So I'm sorry, Albert, man. I'm gonna have to give you a 7, man. And even that chance that I think it was Ainsley put in a plate for you, and you just took it to no, it was Mkhitaryan's story. It's just gotta be sharper than that, Aubameyang. Please. Lacazette, he gets an 8 for me. I thought he worked. No. Yeah, he does get an 8 for me. I thought, again, I will say 8, and I'll stick with 8. Only reason why, not just because of that wicked free kick. I was going to say no because I was going to give him a 7 originally because it was too much of the hands, this and that. And I know my Man United friends complain that about Pogba, but anyways, and I just feel like, you know, he needs to stay disciplined, which he did later on in the game, but he's just taking too many touches, just getting caught out at the foot. But overall, free kick, we needed that. He got us the winner, of course. It was a shame to see him getting dragged off when it come on, but we did need to put more pace on. And yeah, he was fitter out of the two, out of him and Obama. And remember, we rested Lacazette. So for me, Lacazette gets an 8. So for the substitutions, Mkhitaryan, not a good game for me. He gets a 6. I mean, he just looked sloppy. He was getting into all the right space. It looked like the off-form Mkhitaryan that we had earlier in the season before he got injured and started to play good. It was that type of Mkhitaryan that we got. I mean, I don't know, man. But again, he did, like I said, he was creating chances, but he just looked too sloppy, man. He just wasn't. I don't think he was in the game too tough. So I'll give him a 6. I know it sounds a bit harsh, but you know, I've seen Mickey have way better performances than that. Do you know what I mean? So we'll give him a 6. Nani, I mean, didn't do all that much. He did put a couple tackles in that did get us forward near to the end of the game. But again, Napoli were pretty much dead at this point. So, give him that. I'll give him a 6 as well. And our last substitution, Alex Iwobi. I gave him a 7 actually, man, because he was taking it to Napoli a lot for the minutes he was on, but again, just caught in two minds: pass and move, give and go, or do it on your own. I mean, but bro, we've been here before. We know what you can do. You know what you can do. Just do it, bro. Just do it. I think it's just Iwobi just needs a little push sometimes, and I think he just overthinks. But I love Iwobi, man. Shout out to Iwobi. So Unai Emery, what do you get? Unai Emery gets a super fantastic 9. Great. No. Yeah, he gets a 9. It would have been perfect if we got, obviously, more goals in, and you told the players in the last 15, 20 minutes, just go all out. Because at that point, we had nothing to lose. There's no way they were getting 4. They couldn't even get 1, for crying out loud. I'm not even dissing Napoli, because Napoli are a good side, but they just didn't take their chances. They weren't clinical, and that was really good for us, because we were putting so much pressure on them strikers. Like, they just couldn't take their chances. When you got Koscielny and Socrates there, and Ainsley running on the wing, I mean, yeah, that's got me talking now. So, and I mean, tactically, he got it spot on. He told them to watch the long balls. The amount of times we called Napoli offside was just crazy. Remember, we're at our home ground. So this was an important away win. We ain't won away in the Europa League since probably the group stage. It's crazy when you think about that. So, he gets a 9. Definitely gets a 9. So, onwards and upwards as we go into our next fixture, which I'm pretty sure is Crystal Palace. So, guys, what do you think of that performance? Let me know what you think at the bottom of this video. I am, again, your host, Ryan Williams. Thank you for checking out this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Give a massive thumbs up for your boy. Follow me on Twitter at RJWills and on Instagram, Ryan, as well, for more Arsenal content. So, we are one step foot to the finals, and it feels good. So, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal. I haven't checked the Chelsea score, so I'm probably going to say them are through. So, actually, let's not say Chelsea, because at this moment in time, I'm not even sure of the score. So, unfortunately, City United are out. Is what it is. So, I'm going to wrap it up. So, guys, take care.